Hello fellow anime geeks, and welcome to another first impression video in my coverage of fall 2020, where I try every anime series premiere that I can to hopefully give you guys a bit more information on the ongoing season. As usual, I'll be organizing my thoughts by answering these 4 questions, and again, I'll be trying my best to not spoil a huge plot twist in a dark psychological thriller. This season, so dark. Today I'm talking about Munou Nana, or Talentless Nana on Funi. Its mal tags are psychological, supernatural, thriller, and shonen, and I would agree and say that this is a psychological thriller. The shonen tag makes sense because even though some really awful things are happening, we don't really see the gory details, and for that I am thankful. The supernatural tag comes from this premise of this fictional world where superpowers exist, and there's this elite school for kids with special abilities. No, not that one. There's this kid that gets bullied because it looks like they don't have any special abilities. No, not that one either. Don't worry, that's as stereotypical as things are gonna get, because after that, crud gets dark. I can't divulge much about the plot, which honestly just seems like the norm for this season, but I can tell you that unlike any other thriller this season, Munou Nana completely fooled me. The twist in this is big, but not just because it was completely unexpected, it's because the actions that take place, the consequences for those actions, are irrevocable. I finished episode 1 and I was okay. I was like, ha, good plot twist, you got me. But I was sure that we were gonna go back and fix it in episode 2. Surely they weren't gonna hold to what they did at the end of episode 1. Episode 2 starts and I see them starting to set up everything to fix it, and I'm like, see, everything's okay. It was not okay. It was not okay. Crud got worse. This season is messing with my brain. If I hadn't tried Higurashi first, I would have also been even more thrown off by the contrast in this, because Munou Nana really does start off like a young action shonen about superpowers. We get the internal monologue for this kid who's just trying to make it at this school. He's got all of this repressed angst from his childhood, but he tries to rise above it and become a good leader for his classmates. They're very flashy. They've got all of these different types of superpowers that you wish that you had. The art style is the typical shonen art style, and then nope. We ain't going down that direction. Oh, sorry, were you emotionally invested? But that's what's unique about this anime, the contrast between the popular shonen tropes and the actual plotline, but also the way that it messes with your heart, using these popular shonen tropes before trampling all over everything it just made you feel. That's the opposite of how shonen manga usually works. Now, there's a few dark, thrilling shows out this season. Higurashi is gruesome cute, Moriarty transforms a classic, Jujutsu Kaisen looks like the next big, well-deserved poster boy for Shonen Jump. So Munou Nana may not seem like it's all that original, but I was really taken aback by the change in perspective in this. It really forced me into some uncomfortable shoes, and for that, I think it's original. Is it worthwhile? Well, I think thrillers are kind of tricky. Within this genre, I feel like the resolution is as or even more important than the premise. If the storyline doesn't conclude in a satisfying way, then all of the originality and the terrifying buildup is moot. But judging by the way that this anime just barreled down the plotline whilst trampling all over my feelings and wishes in order to present a very specific type of story, leaves me hopeful that this is going to end in an interesting way. So yes, I think that this is worthwhile. It makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it, but I have to see what happens next. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next video. It's like Gakuen Alice. What?